Aloha! So today we're going to be doing an oil change on this 2012 Mercedes C200 CDI AMG line, and got the car up on ramps, got a set of Rhino ramps which are really handy. But to do the oil change I'm going to try this today. This is a very large capacity 9 litre pump with various grades of attachment and pipes that you can feed down the oil dipstick pipe and pump out the oil from the engine. But I don't trust this to take out absolutely everything, so we are going to get underneath and do it regular and take out the sump plug afterwards and see how much this leaves in the bay. So I think this car, last time I did the oil change, it was about 6.5 litres of oil that it took, and it's 5W40 that we're going to be putting in it. So we're going to take the pump, we're going to get the lines together, and we're going to go down the oil dipstick, and we're going to see how much oil that takes out the engine, and then we'll go underneath it and we'll take off the panel underneath, take off the sump plug, place the filter of course, and see how much oil is left. So see how good this bit of machinery is. So just to prove I'm not going to be lazy, there's a new sump plug with a washer, and we've got a new filter for it as well. So we're still going to do a proper oil change. We'll just see how we get on. So let's go. Cover off, easy peasy. Okay, let's see how long this goes down. Take the kink out of it, and in we go. This will go all the way down. There you go, you can feel it going past the bottom of the engine there, so we'll just leave it sitting there. Get some rags just in case we get a leak here, because that's where the join is of the two sizes of the pipes. This takes 9 litres, so roughly this big line here is about 6, so anything around that we're getting most of the oil out of the car. But like I say, we'll see at the end when we take the plug out. So let's go. Keep an eye for leaks. Here it comes. Just check that union for a leak. Watch it going past the headlight, let's see. It'll zoom in. A few more pumps. It'll start going up a lot faster. And it'll just start flowing on its own. There it goes. Okay, that pump's doing its stuff. I'll just leave it for a while. It's not leaking there. Just in case, we'll do that. Oil's all coming out the pipe. Pump's doing its work. And you can hear it gurgling away down the bottom there. So, we'll give that some time, and we'll come back and check on it in a few minutes, see how it's going. Must admit it is much cleaner doing it this way, but we'll see how much oil it takes out at the end. Okay, so while we're waiting that draining, let's just take the filter out. So the filter's here on these cars, on the top, which is excellent. Take that off just now. For that, get yourself one of these Mercedes-Benz oil filter socket, fits around it perfect, and just a 3/8 ratchet and extension, no problem. In we go. These shouldn't be too tight. There we go. It just spins forever. Once it gets loose, you can take this off, put it to the side, keep that for later. This will just come straight out. There we are. There we go. Tells you on top there, 25 Newton meters of torque. Hand tight for all you old school guys out there. Don't need to go any tighter than that. Okay, so the time it's taken me to change the filter, let's see how we're getting on here. Well, it's got a little bit, yeah, still got probably about halfway there. If I can remember what the line was for 6 litres. There is the line. Right, 6 is here. We're not even halfway there. So that's taken about 8 minutes roughly. So it is pretty long. I don't really want to pump it up anymore. We might have to. It'll have drained out the bottom by now if we'd done it the bottom way. But no doubt I'd have got a mess everywhere. So we'll give it another couple of minutes and then maybe pump it up some more and see how we get on. And we're going under. Okay, the pump seems to have stopped. 6 litres is there, and we're only here, we're only at 4, so it's got about 4 litres out of it. So to get the rest out, underneath the car, it's 8mm bolts underneath the protective covers, and you need to take off the back one as well, which is again 8mm bolts. I did drop a socket down this car a while ago when I was working on it. I was hoping I'd find it lying in one of these covers, but I didn't. So anyway, So we'll see how it goes and we'll take out the rest of the oil. We should expect about 2 litres out of the rest of the car. Underneath the car, big black bit there, that's the oil pan. If you don't know, you can tell because that's the oil sensor, level sensor there. And the drain plug in this car, if I can get round to it, is over here. Hold on a second. So, as expected, a couple of litres of oil just plopped out there. It's not as much as you would normally get, but if you've only got a small oil pan like this, which is about, oh I don't know, what's that, about 5 litres or something? It is almost full. So, if I hadn't used the pump, this little pan wouldn't have done it. It'd have overflown and went all over the place. That's what normally happens. And yeah, I did drop the oil pan bolt in there, the old one, which is no big deal. Got a new one. So we'll let this drip, drip, drip for a wee while, and we'll pour it into the big container and we'll see how much in total oil we got out of the car. To be honest, I'll just buy a bigger oil pan and do it the old-fashioned way. Much quicker, saves a lot of faffing, if you don't mind making a mess. Because you always do, doesn't matter how hard you try, you always spill a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can do this without spilling any. This is for checking how much oil we had left after using this pump. Quite a lot, to be honest. And I spilt some right from the word go. It's okay though, that's why I keep these mats. This mat that this is on is an old boot mat from a Skoda Superb. It used to have, just washes off clean, so it's no problem. But still, we try not to spill. Oh, there's the missing drain plug that's in here. Never a rag when you need one. So what have we got left then? I would say this line here is 6. We're nearly at 7 litres of oil here. Although I'm pretty sure it says 6.5 for the car. Let's have a swatch. Okay, so there's where we are in terms of levels. That line there is 8 litres, so I'm pretty sure every one of these is 2. So there's 7 litres of oil. Pretty much. There's a little tiny bit at the bottom of this of power steering fluid, but I used it before. So what did we get? About 3 and a bit, half of it. Was it worth it? Probably not. I probably just made about the same amount of mess that I normally do when I'm doing these. So 7 litres of oil out, but at least we know it's all out. So would I use this pump standalone? Probably not. I have used it for power steering fluid changes before, just to get in the reservoir and clear out some pipes, but it works. But I don't know, maybe it's because the car's up in ramps, it's at a slight angle, I don't know. Maybe it'll work better if I didn't, but to be honest, trying to make an easy process easier and it's just not worth it. So it's good, it's okay for storing the oil, don't get me wrong. It makes it easier for taking it and pouring it into cans and taking it to the recycling dump, but that's about it. So we'll pour the oil, new oil back in, and that'll be us done. And stick around and I'll show you how to reset the service light in your Mercedes. It's a W205 chassis, but this will work for W204 2012 and thereabouts. It's maple syrup time. This funnel's got a little filter on it as well, which is quite handy. Oh, my arm! This is of course a diesel engine, and we much prefer petrol, but this is the daily driver. It's a good car though, very good. Compared to some diesels, it's very quiet. It's just so complicated when you look at it. You can't even see the engine half the time. Sea of wires and vacuum hoses and cables and connectors. Okay, we've just done our oil and filter service, and we're now going to reset the service light that comes up every time you start the car. So we'll put the key in and turn it to position 1. And if it's showing the trip and odometer meter, that's the screen you want to be on. Then you want to hold down the phone button and the OK button for a few seconds, and this screen will change. So we'll try and prep the phone up here so that I can do this with one hand. Hold down the phone and the OK button, and it comes up with that menu, right? So vehicle data, roller test and assist plus. So scroll down to assist plus, hit OK. Service data. And it shows you that I'm overdue 15 days in the current service, which is right enough. And we'll go back, go to full service, confirm full service down the bottom, service carried out, yes, cannot be undone, confirm, full service completed. And then when you start the car again, it won't come up with the service message. Let's just try it. Key out, key back in. And no service message coming up. We're all okay. And that's us done for another 5,000 to 6,000 miles.